Festive box, and even though it's September, and especially in California it's very hot, there are only 105 or 6 plus days until Christmas. So to get you excited and started all of your festivities and any of your paper crafting that revolves around Christmas, we thought the September craft box would be perfect. So let me show you what it all entails before I show you what we're going to be creating. So you're going to be able to receive in your craft box our new festive cardstocks. It's perfect. It's not the traditional red and green for Christmas. We have the hot pink, we have the different shades of green, we have this beautiful pine color, and then you also get, so you get one of each of these, and then you also get 10 total sheets of our gold opulent. You get the mirror, the brushed metal, the pearl, the glitter. You get 2 of each sheets. And then also in our festive stock cardstock, you get 3 of our natural colors. And brown is in here somewhere. It's tucked in there. Anyway, you get a brown, which is perfect for the pine cone. So it's in there somewhere. And you also get 5 of our basic cardstock. So you have a great assortment to get you started and all of the fun things that you can create with our dies that are included. So included in the set, the September Festive Craft Box, you will get our winter geo frames. Now it's just not the geometric frames itself, you also get a total of 18 dies, and there are some foliage, some pine cones, some hollyberry, all sorts, a little tiny poinsettia, but the detail, and it's unbelievable how thin this cuts. I'll show you really quickly how great it cuts at the end, but oh my gosh, the detail is beautiful. And the pine cone, the little thorn things in the pine cone, it really comes to life when you manipulate it a little bit. You also get the winter phrases. These are our Thinlits also. You have Joy, Noel, Bright, or Merry and Bright. You can use them separately. You can do and by itself. All sorts of different things you can create cutting all of our beautiful papers, but the detail and how thin they cut are perfect. So what's great about this is if you're going to be adhering something that's small and thin like this, it works out perfectly with adhesive sheets. So of course we wanted to make sure we included that in there for you. So our adhesive sheets are a double-sided 6x6 paper that's adhesive on both sides. So what you do is you completely cover your cardstock, then you run it through the machine. So something detailed like this or like this, once you die cut it, it's already going to be a sticker. You don't have to fuss with any kind of adhesive behind it or not. So depending on what you're sticking it to, but it makes it a sticker already, which is perfect for any sentiments or any thin, detailed, intricate dies. Also included in your set are our festive glitters. So it's random. I was a lucky gal who got the pink fizz and the white. So this is perfect for snow. Some people might get green. It's all kind of randomly selected, so it makes it a fun surprise. You also get 2 different glitters. I got the round and I got the star. So they both go from our gold sequins and beads. So you get the glitter and you get sequins and beads, or sequins, sorry, not beads. So 3 of the things I'm going to be using that are not included in the set are our express glue, our hot glue gun, and our heat tool accessories. These are perfect with the fingertip protectors. So you know how we always burn ourselves with any kind of hot glue or any heating tools. So that's perfect for that with the spatula and also the heat resistant mat. So let me show you what fun thing we're going to create today. So using all of the little dies, or not all of them, a majority of the dies that come with your craft box, I've decorated this ornament. So what you're going to do is just find an already purchased ornament. It could be solid, it could be clear, I'll show you a clear one later, or it can be one of the metallic ones that we had back when we were younger, or I was younger I should say, like metallic green or red, and just cutting with any of our metallic colors or any of our regular cardstock, it makes a beautiful ornament. So decorating, embellishing it with all of the little pieces that come in your geo frame, this is what we're going to make today. So let me put this aside. I don't want to roll it off the table. Put it over here. And let me get started. So what I want to show you really quickly, what I have, first let me put my glasses on. I'm using the Big Shot Fold Away. It's the same as our other machines, Big Shot machines, 6-inch opening. It's a fold away machine that snaps up, the handle collapses onto itself, and then you're able to stow it away if you don't have a lot of work area. So this is a perfect machine, same exact idea as our regular Big Shot machine, 6-inch opening, and does the same thing. It's got a little bit more pressure, but I love it just the same. Same with the platform. You have the platform that you need when you're going to be doing the embossing. And then since I'm going to be cutting only today, I'm going to make sure that I have my green adapter pad on top. And as always, you always have the 2 cutting pads on top of that. So what I wanted to do is to create that double-sided joy. I want it to be sticky on one side and sticky on the other side. I need to put 2 pieces of my adhesive sheet on my cardstock. So I've already got one on here. So this already has adhesive sheet. So as you can see, if I can peel it off, but I already had a corner off, there we go. It's already a sticker. So this would be ready to go if I wanted to run it through, but I need it to be sticky on both sides. One to stick on the ornament and one to stick on the glitter. So peel that off. So this whole sheet is a sticker. And I'm going to put it on the opposite side of my white cardstock. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and put it in the machine. First, I'm going to take one of my cutting pads off. And I'm going to choose the word joy, just like I did in my sample. Now it doesn't matter because this is coated on both sides with adhesive sheets. So normally if this was a pattern paper or adhesive was on one side, you want to make sure the blade is against the good side of the paper. Otherwise my word would be backwards. But since it doesn't matter on this one, I'm going to go ahead and run it through. So one cutting pad's there, put the other one on top. And just to be safe, I'm going to go back. Probably didn't have to, oops, but since I wanted to make sure it was going to cut, and I know that it did because it went perfectly through the back also. Okay, so we got that. So it's sticky on this side, and it's going to be sticky on that side. I'm only going to have one side sticky right now because I'm going to do the glitter. Actually, I'm going to do both sides sticky just to save time. So peel them both off on both ends. And it might depend on what you're sticking it to. The adhesive sheet might not stick, so it depends on the material. If it's a glass or a thicker ceramic, you might need to go ahead and use our adhesive or any kind of liquid adhesive you have. So I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle this on top since it's already sticky. So as you can see, it coated it perfectly. Put it over the white so you can see it better. So normally what I would do is I would use our funnel tray, but I was not thinking, and it's a perfect little tool that we have that you can put your glitter and your adhesive, or sorry, your glitter on the, pour it onto the tray, and then it goes right there against the, pour it into the tray, and it funnels back into your little pot. And look, I got sticky on the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and glue it on there just to save time. So I got the adhesive on the back side too. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on here. I actually think it is adhesive, but the adhesive got stuck to the glitter, and then now it wouldn't peel off. So this works just as well, my friends. So I'm going to go ahead. Sorry it's backwards, but I need to be able to see what I'm doing. And what I love about our express glue is once it's down, even on something like this, if you notice it, you have a little smudge, it comes right off with warm water. It doesn't remove your glitter at all. So press that down a little bit. That's ready. Let it dry here. Okay, I'm going to set it aside while I show you how to cut the little pieces that are going to be included. So what I like to do is, since none of my pieces that I'm using are going to be on adhesive, I'm going to go ahead and cut a few at a time. So I have some already cut, but I want to show you a technique that I really thought was turned out really, really cool with the white glitter. So I'm going to go ahead and run some of these through. You can put, since these are so small, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put multiple leaves, branches, and twigs on this at the same time, just to save time for me today, and so you guys can start crafting right away. And also when you're at home, it'll save you a little bit of time also. So for the holly leaves, same idea. Oops. Cutting pad on the top. So even though it's September, we're helping you guys get ready to start decking your halls. So if you're familiar with our line, I'm sure that you know that we're known for our machines, but did you know that we have, obviously you know about our papers, but we have all sorts of other tools and accessories that can help with any of your crafting. So what's fun is if you're making something and you know that you need a sequin or you need a bead or you need some sculpting foam, we have everything that coordinates. So what you could do is go to our website or your local store, grab the accessories that match identically, and you know that your theme and your color palette that you're doing for your project will work perfectly with what you're working on, and it'll all coordinate together. Okay, put this aside. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna show you what I did here. It kind of gives it a little glistening, almost like the sprinkling of the first snow. Not that we know much about snow here in California, but it gives it this little glisten to it, and it's so pretty. When the light hits it, it's almost like when the sun hits the snow just after it falls. Sun hits the snow just after it falls. How pretty is that? So I have some that I've already done, already dried and ready to go. I also did the same idea with some of the berries. The berries also come in your little set from the geotags. So let me do some of those. And I already have the pink fizz out, so that'll be perfect. Let me get that die set out. So here are the berries. I also want to show you that trick that I was telling you a minute ago about the pine cones. I'm going to use my brown. Here's that beautiful brown that comes in your the festive set too. So brown for the pine cone. Now, if I wanted this to be adhesive, I would just have a piece of adhesive sheet on the back, and it'll be perfect. It'll go right through, and then with the glue or whatever I'm using for an adhesive, it'll adhere the glitter right away. So if you notice, on our Big Shot machines, it can be fed from this way or this way. It just depends on which way you're turning the handle, the area that you, the side of the machine that you place it. So it's perfect, and it's handy when you're doing any kind of crafting with friends or at a crop. So that's works out great. So this here, this pine cone, if you can see the detail, you know, the pine cone has these little thorns in it. So what I noticed earlier when I did this, I like to do a little puddle. Put a little bit, just a thin layer of any kind of wet adhesive on there. So it gives that same idea, same little iridescent sparkle, but since it's a little damp, it's not going to do the trick, but I have one already ready to show you. Did I put it aside? Right, here it is. So when I go to, bend it, see how they come through? So once this is dry, I'll show you how great that looks. So those little thorns come through once it's bent, but it's a lot more exaggerated when the glitter's on there. It's beautiful. Let me put these aside. So I'm going to do the same little glue idea with the glitter on the holly berries. I'll sprinkle it in here. You can just dip it in your little pot of glitter, and look how pretty that is. Ready to add to your holly leaves. So let me put these aside. And let's get going on this ornament. So whichever way you want to lay it out, depending on how you want to do it, for your holly leaves, I'm going to put two together, and just to save a little bit of time, I'm going to use my hot glue. So it'll glue a little bit faster. Put that there like that. And I'm going to put another one on top. Especially on the glitter, something that's a strong adhesive works perfectly with the glitter. So I've got that there. Let that sit there to dry. Stick into my fingers. And the little holly berries come in two sizes. What I also love about this holly is, get another one that has glitter on it. It has that little score line in the middle where the veins of the holly. So you can add dimension by just bending it a little bit in the center. You don't need any kind of tools. It already has that little design through the center where the veins are showing you exactly where you can go ahead and bend it. So let me do that with the glue gun. And then the holly berries come in 2 different sizes. So that little set that you have that comes in your winter geo frame, it also comes with the 2 berries are 2 different sizes. So I don't know if you could tell that these are a little different in size. So it depends on how I want to do it. I think I'm going to put it off to the side. So since I'm going to be gluing on the metal, our express glue will work on the metal, but I think it'll stay and be dry a lot faster and be more secure if I do it with my hot glue gun. Got that one there. Another dab of glue here. And then I'm going to go ahead and just add a few of my little branches. So if you have any questions or comments, or you want to ask for some ideas of something that you can do with this, go ahead and, I'm going to do with my wet glue, sorry. Go ahead and put in the comment section and we will be happy to answer you as soon as we see it and get back to you with any concerns you might have. Oh my gosh, with your die set, or if there's an idea that you came up with, we would love to see. If you could post it and tag us, we would love to see that. Funny thing about wet glue is your fingers stay sticky for a little longer than you would like, and then you lose your whatever you're working on because it's stuck to the fingers or drops on the floor. Like that. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to use my glue gun. Sorry, everybody, I keep moving around, changing it up a bit. But whatever works, right? And then I'm going to do a few that are not glittered, just to add a little depth and dimension. So it depends on what color theme. I love the non-traditional colors, especially the fizz and the pine colors. I think they're so pretty and they just add so much, a little more fun to what you're working on. Let's see. I'm going to add the pine cone. Yeah, I'm going to add the pine cone. So before I put that down, let me show you what I was talking about with the pine cone. So when I go ahead to bend it up, sorry, you can see my fingers, the glue. You can see those little pieces. See, they're popping through. And the glitter makes it more exaggerated. And then when you go ahead and bend it, oh my gosh, I love the way it looks. So I'm going to put a dab of glue on there. Adhere it to here. Once it's dry, you can manipulate it a little bit just to give it a little more character. So it depends on what you're adding to your Christmas tree. I mean, can you imagine how great this would look if you had multiple ones on here, just all coordinated together? I think that would turn out great. So put one more over there just to hide the top of the pine cone. And the glue dried too fast, so let's do that again. And there we go. So if you'd like to add any kind of thread or the actual hook from your ornament to hang on the tree, you could do that. On the sample that I had done, I added a little piece of ribbon, a little loop. You could put it directly on the tree like this or whatever, hanging it off of a gift. I think that would be really pretty too. Also, the joy comes with a little dot, but you know how tricky that could be. You could either hide it with the twig or actually stick it on there. But then let me show you another technique that I've done. What I used with our sequins that you get with your set, I took the same idea with a clear ornament, and then I used a little piece of paper and I created kind of like a little funnel. Just rolled it, put the adhesive on there, took off the lid, and poured as much as I wanted inside. You can fill it completely up, or you can just have it shake a little bit up. But I think it's so much fun, especially with the ornament. And then I did the same with the pine cone. I did the same technique with the adhesive sheet on the back, but then I put another one behind it just to create a little shadow. So I hope you enjoy the projects that I've shared with you today. And one more thing, when you cut that little ornament, when you cut the little narrow piece that comes with your geoframe, as soon as I cut it and I saw, oh my gosh, look how thin this turns out, I thought for a second, wait, how great would this be for a necklace? So instead of just doing one, I layered about 7 individual ones with the adhesive sheet on the back and layered it and used a smaller one and created this necklace. Just a little something fun to have if you're going to be hanging around the house or just a casual little party because, you know, it's made from paper. But I just thought this would be another little addition that you could create with your festive craft box for September. Hope you enjoyed the projects today, and we look forward to seeing you again